What's going on, people? Post race day. It's the day after ATGO. Excuse me. I actually got to run some errands here, so I figured I'd come up here and talk about what happened yesterday. Go over a couple of the time slips, etc. Why is my ass getting warm? Stupid controls. Okay. Let's see which one we have here. Talk about some of the passes I made yesterday, and then in a little bit, got all the footage finally uploaded onto the computer. I can actually go through it and start putting together some footage for y'all. But first, let's talk about time slips. Let's look at all this. I got 8, and I want to just get them in chronological order, because what I found out is that ATGO's clock, like up in upper corner, it'll say like 121. That's more like 11:15. Their clock is screwed up. So it was difficult to find the actual passes on my dash cam. Hey, Frank, what's up, brother? It was a great time. Dude, it was incredible. The weather was great. We all got in some great races. And I'm going to feature Wilson's car, his Trackhawk. He ran an 11.2, or excuse me, a 10.2. 10.2! Full weight. The guy weighed in at 55.50, okay? He forgot to take out anything. He still had his work gear in the car. And he ran a 10.2. 10.2. He's almost a 9-second. All he's gonna do is get a tire, work on his launch, and take his damn work gear out, and he's good to go. And believe it or not, there was some idiot talking crap about him on Facebook already. You need that. I do, right? And I already put that guy in his place, telling me, like, there's no way you could be upset at a truck weighing that much running a 10.2. The guy's like, well, somebody else ran 10.1. Who gives a shit about what somebody else ran? We're talking about what Wilson ran and how awesome a 10.2 is. This guy's like, well, Bob so-and-so did a 10.1. Yeah, go suck Bob's, you know. So let's get this in order. Let's talk about this before I get heated again about that nitwit. I think that for the most part, they're in order. So I had a really long day. I almost crashed. I almost hit the wall. And I'll talk about that first here in a second. Yeah, I had that was a scary moment. Okay, I think they're in order now. So let's start in order. Hey, what's going on, Six? Let's see. My very first pass of the day sucked. I was live. I was racing a Kia Stinger. Great guy. Got to talk to him afterwards. I did get my revenge on him later, but the very first pass, I tried to use the same launch mentality that I used with the Pro Charge Jeep, and it was a complete failure. There's way too much torque coming out of the hole. I spun the wheel so much that all 4 broke through the 60-foot. I started to slide towards the wall. I almost crashed into the wall. And I will show that later on. I got the footage from the dash cam, and the video is kind of like off from the stands. You really can't see it, but you can see how bad I slid from the dash cam footage. And I mean, I literally almost hit the wall, and it was a dumb move on my part, not feathering the throttle, getting out of it, and just letting the guy win. But you know, you live and learn, and it would have been an expensive crash. But I was excited. It was my very first pass of the 2019 season. I foot braked it because launch control sucks, plain and simple. And I put the RPMs up at like 2,500. And I think I slammed it before the light turned, because I also red lighted. And I don't even know where the RPMs were when I let off the brake, but the damn thing was like on ice skates, and I almost crashed into the wall. So let's talk about that. My first pass was a 13.005. Look at that. Look at how bad that is. Can you see? Is that coming in all right? Look at this crap. That was against a Kia Stinger that ran a 12.1. He was consistent for the most part when we raced. His vehicle launched very nice. I hit, like I said, I red lighted. My 60-foot spinning all the way through the 60-foot was a 2.5. 2.5. Jesus. A lot can happen in almost 3 seconds. Let's see. Miles per hour. We did trap at 118, but 13.005. First pass of the 2019 season. Garbage. I was upset. Really upset. But I also realized right off the bat that I could not power brake it like that. So I tried something different. And here's our second pass. I didn't launch it as hard as I did the first time, and I ran an 11.7. That was our second pass, okay? 11.7 is still garbage. It's not that great. 60 foot was a 1.7, and our trap speed was, I guess it's pretty right on the same. We got 118.32 and 118.20, so our trap speed remained the same. Now, this is where things get interesting and a lot better, because I remembered to dry hop it and do a burnout in the box. Now everyone's like, you can't do a burnout with an all-wheel drive vehicle. The hell you can't. You get them tires wet, you can spin all four if you do what I did on the first launch. Power brake it, get the RPMs up, and launch it before the starting line, and spin the wheels, get them a little bit sticky, get all the dirt off there. And my next pass was an 11.523. It was a little bit more respectable, as you can see that. It's coming in backwards, I know, I'm sorry guys. So 11.52, yeah, 11.523, 60 foot was a 1.7, still not great. My grandfather's Pinto can do better. Well, if they want to race for pinks, bring it, because I'm not even at my best time yet. Yeah. So we started to figure out how to launch the vehicle by this time. After the fourth pass, I pretty much had a good idea how to launch it. And that brings me to my best time of the day. I raced Stang mode in his 2018 Mustang GT, which is completely tuned. The guy took out all of his seats. He took out his front seat, back seat, put on a skinny front, put on slicks on the rear. He was going balls out, and he won. But I ran an 11.4. He ran an 11.2. See that? Good to go. Yeah, bring that Pinto. Come on. Who wants some? Where's the Pinto now, buddy? That was a lot of fun. I had a great day. 11.4 on 22-inch wheels. The Avant Gardes were great. The tires, man, I don't care what kind of 22-inch tire you put on there. It better be a slick, because they spin. But the good thing is with the Lionhearts, I found out that they get sticky really quick when you spin them, and there's going to be some footage later on showing you how many rocks stuck to that damn thing. I'll tell you what, that was incredible. 12.8 in the Durango? Wow. Yeah, he's got to get there, Rob. He had to work. He runs his own business, so Bobby couldn't make it. He runs his own business. He's a plumber, and Saturday's a day where he's got to fill in for a lot of emergencies, so it's hard for him to make it until lunchtime. So he went to D'Alessandro's with like 3 or 4 other guys, and those guys all couldn't make it out to the track. They missed a great day with the weather and everything and the fun we had, but you know, some people got work and life responsibilities that interfere sometimes. But as the day got warmer, my times kind of fluctuated between 11.6 and 11.5. And I did try a different lane and a couple different techniques to see if I could do something better. And I had an 11.8. That was garbage. My 60 foot again was a 1.8. I can't even see. Yeah, there's a 1.6. And my last run of the day, which was an 11.5, 60 foot was a 1.6. What was the 60 foot on the... Yeah, my best 60 foot of the day was a 1.654. That got me to 11.4. If I can get it down to the 11.5, I get a better tire. I should crack an 11.1. But hey, you know what? You can't win them all. I wasn't going there for a record. I won some, I lost some, but I look good doing it. Driving off regardless if you win or lose, with a lowered Trackhawk with 22s on it, you can't go wrong. So this was the slips from the day. But the highlight of our day was watching Wilson, and I'm going to feature a complete video about his vehicle. You know what? While I'm talking, I got to start driving. I've got to get to the store before they close. Wilson's Trackhawk is insane. Liver noise knocked it out of the ballpark. There was literally some guy on Facebook talking shit about it, saying like, it's not a 10.2 with its Trackhawk's not wow. Some guy named Rob ran a 10.1. give a shit about Rob running a 10-1? We're talking about somebody who ran a 10-2 with full weight on stock tires. Don't care about what somebody else. Someone's always going to run faster. Who gives a shit what someone else did? You just come into somebody else's post to like rain on their parade. You're a dick. I had to block that nitwit because that was unnecessary. Who gives a shit about Rob, whatever his name is? Go suck Rob's dick somewhere else. We don't care. We're talking about Wilson running a 10-2 full weight. 55.50 was his weight. That's insane. You can't come in here and hate on that. That is just unbelievable. But there's always some negative Nancys out there that want to like cry, well, 10-2's not as good as 10-1. It's a 10th. All right. I don't know how much the other guy weighed, if he had a tire, what the deal was. Livernois told Wilson he's going to have a 9-second vehicle with a little bit of practice at the power he's at. And I believe it. After watching him launch that thing, Jesus Christ, that thing just tears up. Please come back later on when I have a chance to edit some of the footage and you see how he launches out of the box just to clean and warm up the tires. It is absolutely insane. I mean, he spins all four, all the way through from the water box, all the way up. He went past the freaking starting line, had to come back to reset, to actually stage. I mean, his tires, and when he gets up and goes, it's like a bullet. That thing is gone, absolutely gone. Nitwit telling me that somebody else ran a 10-1. Who gives a shit? Really? Sorry, I'm in a mood today. A lot of shit talking going on lately. So, that guy talking about somebody else, we don't care. Wilson did an amazing job, and I'm going to feature his Trackhawk in a little while. I did pretty good. I'm really happy with an 11.4. 11.4 with 22-inch wheels for a full weight is great, considering that originally I think the stock record was an 11.25. I think somebody moved that down on a tire to an 11.1. Not 100% sure. The old record stock was 11.25 at Cecil. I believe somebody may have broken that already. Either way, 11.1 to 11.4, 0.3 of a second off of the record with a 22-inch Avant Garde that I got from Joe Solismo at Solis Racing Group. Great guy, by the way. If you got to buy springs, I got my springs from him. I got my wheels from him. He's got brakes. He's got exhaust. SolisRacingGroup.com. Check him out. I would highly recommend him. And if you're in the tri-state area, if you need anything done for your vehicle, check out Joe over at Custom Coatings and Nick at Auto Obsessions Detailing. And last but not least, while I'm talking about plugs, Dunfab Motorsports, Chase and Evan, they're the ones that did my installation on the springs, and thanks to those guys. I gotta always mention them. But I'm gonna be back. We were supposed to go back today, but the rain came in and ruined it. It's been nasty weather all day today. I'm finally running to the store. I gotta get razors because I've been using the same razor for 3 weeks, and it's starting to cut the shit out of me. A couple of things I need to take care of. And I've got so much footage, it's going to take me a couple of weeks to get everything out. I'm going to try to highlight as much as possible for you guys to see it. I was a little, I'll tell you what, I'll be honest, I was a little scared on that first pass because I've never had the Pro Charge Jeep didn't spin the wheels as bad as this did. And this thing spun coming out of the hole so much that I started to go towards the wall. And since I grew up here on the East Coast with a lot of snow, you know, you learn how to steer out of, what are you doing? You learn how to steer out of slides like that. I just turned into it and everything worked out great. Somebody sent me, a guy I work with sent me a video today. John sent me a video of a guy who launched his Trackhawk and he wasn't as lucky. And I think he may have grazed the wall, but after about 100 feet, the thing broke loose and he lost control. And that's how fast. And that was one thing Josh said to me at HHP when we were talking about tuning this in the summer. Because I told him I'm on 22s. And I told him the tire I was running. And he said, man, he goes, you know what? You may want to get a better tire with a better sidewall because, you know, that much speed and power, you can lose control. And you know what? I saw a video today that confirms what he was talking about. And do not want to go through that again. That was a real shit show on my first pass. And Got a part of my language. I'm dropping S-bombs and stuff left and right. Sorry. And also, the reception may cut out. I'm driving to the store. Like I said, I got to pick up some razors and some other necessities. I'm down to my last bang, so this is going to be a miserable week at work because I'm not driving up to GNC to replace them. So I may have to grab a Red Bull or something. And the summer cannot get here soon. I cannot wait to take all of August off. Hey, what's going on, brother? Yo, Wilson, I was just talking about your pass. What's up, Carl? I had a chance to check. You got... Oh, yeah, Carl, you were behind me when I did that. And I mean, that was a scary drive. That was a very scary run. Ronnie, you going to hold any meets in the New York? Yes. I am planning on moving up north and down south. Let me just try to check some of these. Benny, what's going on, brother? Near 3 tons, trapping 135 is nuts. That is, Chad, it's insane. So, Wilson, so I posted a small little clip of your 10-2 run, and everybody loved it. It was always one negative person like, well, this other guy ran 10-1, and I shut that ass down real quick and blocked him. What a douchebag. He's like, well, somebody else ran 10-1. I'm like, I don't care. Wilson, your vehicle is going to run a 9. You've got the power, just with a little bit the DA, you know, and a little bit practice. That's going to run a 9. Also, remember to take your stuff out of your trunk. Take the tire, take all your work gear out. Take that little, you know, cover up. Take everything out. Weight reduction. That thing's going to bust out a 9. I can't wait to see that happen. But it was such a fun day, and I'm going to be doing a video later on where I put all the pieces together of some of your passes. Mine weren't as impressive. We started with a 13. We ended with the best of 11.4. But we had some garbage launches in between, and we had some decent passes, a couple of 11.5s. But you know, it is what it is. Trying to learn your vehicle, and the first one was horrible. Those Kia Stingers really get up and go. That guy was a consistent low 12 every single time he raced. And I just started following his channel. Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. Definitely get a drag set. If you get a drag setup on your car, holy smokes. Forget about it. You're a 9-second all day long. You're going to be running 9s with that thing. Drag pack, absolutely. I cannot wait to see that. So I have to look at the calendar. Though, I mean, like I said, we got really lucky with the weather yesterday. We had planned this out 2-3 weeks in advance, and we were watching the weather every single day up until the very last day. Mother Nature just played nice with us. But as you can see from today's track day was canceled because of rain. Yesterday it was sunny and 50, and it started out at like 38, 39. So we got really lucky, and I can't wait to go back. I really can't. I cannot wait to go back, get some more practice in. I think I can get this down a little lower, launching on these tires. I was playing around with the tire pressure. I forgot to take my gauge. I couldn't lower the pressure without knowing exactly what I was putting in there. But at the end of the day, I ran with it was 28 pounds of pressure in the rear tires and around 27 in the front. So that was what I was running with when I made my pass. The first pass I had, I think it was like 35 PSI on all 4 corners, which was it's too high. It should have been around 33 for stock, but I think we were at like 35 or 36. It was way too much. Once I lowered it, we got a little bit better grip. And that's another thing. Wilson was running on run flats. So a 10-2 on run flats. Put on a tire, 9 seconds. Absolutely, it's going to be a 9-second car. Cannot wait. And as soon as I get back from the store, I promise I'm going to start working on video footage immediately. I want to get it done. I got a lot to do before work tomorrow. Yeah, Chad, it was nuts. I mean, it was a fun day. There were a lot of good cars out there. We had a really good group. I'm getting videos and pictures sent from me from all angles, which is great because There's literally over 150 gigabytes worth of footage. And that's including pictures and video files. I had a gimbal, a 4K gimbal back here. I don't know if you can see it. I had it mounted on this headrest bar, which is awesome. I've got it tightened up right now.
Red light camera ahead.
I had that pointing out. I had a GoPro on the window pointing out on this side. I had the GoPro that I'm talking to you guys on normally was mounted on my helmet to give it like, because nobody needs to see me in my dopey helmet racing. You're not seeing anything. So what I did was I mounted that GoPro on the side of my helmet to capture all the, you know, the performance pages and all the gauges going on, so I could go back and watch and see where we were at and see what was going on. What else? And then we had the dash cam footage. That's 4K. We had the front and rear dash cam footage from the Blackview. If you don't have a dash cam, I highly recommend a dash cam. Go to blackview.com/shop, and if you need 10% off, use East Coast Jeep SRT10, all lowercase, at checkout. You'll get 10% off. Those are one of the best dash cams you can find. I'm a techie geek when it comes to cameras, and I tried other dash cams, and I didn't like the other ones that I've tried. This is one of the best ones you can get, really is. You got to spend the money, but it's worth it. Let's see, what else? And I mentioned this at the start of the video. So, Stang Mode beat me with an 11.2 pass when I ran my 11.4 pass. But his vehicle's highly modified. I mean, it's tuned on E85, drag pack, seats were out. He didn't do so well against the tuned Trackhawks. So, to be fair, a tuned Mustang can hang with and beat a stock Trackhawk. He did it. But there's no way that thing can beat a tuned Trackhawk. Wilson's running 10.2. That naturally aspirated beast of his is still trying to crack into the 10s. So he's going to beat me almost every single time, if not every single time. I just have to keep working at it, and when I get my tune, we'll go back for revenge. Great guy. I'm not going to tell you what happened to his vehicle. You got to go over to his channel and see that for yourself. There was an incident on the last pass. So any of you guys out there that have a Mustang, especially the GTs, if it's an early, like a late model, 2018, 2017 or whatever, you need to go see what he did at the track, which could be an issue for you, and the trans brake. Go check that out. So hopefully he gets that taken care of real quick and he's back. I hope his car's ready for the March 30th meet. We have a big meet coming up on March 30th. Our next Jeep meet is on March 23rd. In between our Jeep meets, we have a huge all-inclusive car meet with some content creators from all over, like Xander 13's coming up, and this is hosted by Stang Mode and his people. We're going to be at Gateway Classic Cars of Philadelphia in West Deptford, New Jersey. Huge warehouse full of classic cars on consignment, meaning anybody can go in there and buy any car. I mean, there's a window sticker on all of them. What is that? Got to give it the juice every once in a while. So head on over there on March 30th. It's going to start at 10 a.m. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have like a big meet out in the parking lot. If you have a straight pipe, loud, noisy car and you want to rev it, nobody's going to call the cops because it's in an industrial park, and it's going to be on a Saturday where most of the industrial park is closed. And the people who own Gateway do not care if you rev your engine, etc. What's that say? I can't read. My eyes are shitty when it comes to reading small print. Surprised. Hold on a second. What's that say? Do not have a cold air intake. I'm not surprised though. You know why? Because cold air intakes do not exist. They are called hot air intakes. Those short ram cold air intakes are nothing but hot air intakes. The stock box does not get enough love. That'll work better than these cold air intakes. If you want a better sound, purchase one. If you really want a cooler air intake, get a B Woody long tube intake. That's the true cold air intake. Everything else that's short ram is sucking in hot air from your engine bay. And the paper gains you get, the 5 to 10 horsepower that they promise, and you're not going to feel that. You're not even going to see 5 to 10, not even 30 horsepower difference at the track. It's a waste of money unless you're going a full build and you want that extra sound. That's my personal opinion. Stay away from them, you know, unless you're looking for the looks and you're doing a full build. Don't buy one because they promise with a little asterisk up to 25 horsepower. Okay, that's paper gain. You're not going to feel 25 horsepower at all. And if you go to the track and think you ran faster because you put on a cold air intake, you're smoking some good stuff. Come share it, because there's no way that's happening. I stayed away from headers. I stayed away from the cold air intake. I spoke to Josh at HHP about all this stuff before. He actually said, you don't need headers. Stay away from headers. It's pointless. Pointless for this particular vehicle. I'm not saying pointless in general, so don't misunderstand me, but pointless for this vehicle as far as you can take this thing up to 1,000 horsepower and you don't need headers. Pulley swap tune. If you want to do the like a leg maker intake like Livernois installs, I think they do the leg maker. Go with what they recommend, but there's no headers. There's no headers involved. Matter of fact, I have not met anybody with the Trackhawk that went the header route yet. A couple of guys have the intakes, but they just look pretty in the engine bay and they sound better. But it's not going to get you any more time at the track. So you can use that extra $400, $500 wisely. And I think the B Woody long tube is actually in the 700 range. Damn, it's bumpy here. So, you know, it's going to cost you some bucks for a little bit more whoosh sound. I sound like I'm hating on cold air intakes, but I'm not really hating on them. I'm more about reality and not running to put them on. I can't even see. That one that ran 10.1 now has headers, I think. You have to check, Chad. See if he's got a tire, because Livernois told Wilson with the power he's got right now, he should run 9.9. He didn't need headers. Adding headers isn't going to help him out anymore. He's got the power now to run 9s. It's just a matter of hooking up, and he spins like crazy. His car, once it gets up and goes, is like a bat out of hell. But I believe that's more tire related than anything. The Pirelli run flats aren't a great drag tire. Shouldn't even be really considered a good strip tire. The tires I'm running aren't even a good tire for the track. You need a drag setup. You know, that'll get you. Like the lady that ran that 11.25 at stock ran it with a tire, so technically she wasn't stock. Our buddy Mike ran an 11.29 stock. He was stock. He had the Pirellis, and he busted at an 11.29. She ran 11.25, but she had a tire. So a tire does help you out greatly, especially with all that power. And you got to heat them up. You know, it's like a balance between cold temperature and DA and how hot that track is. And, you know, yeah, 10.2 on run flats. That is insane. Wait till you see the video when I put it up in a little bit. I mean, just when he launches out of the water box, he's blasted all 4 tires, spinning like crazy all the way up past the starting line. He had to back up because he just shot out so fast, came back, and I'll tell you what, it's just an insane pass. And he ran against a really good guy, a really good racer, boosted F150, I believe his channel name is. His name's Dorian. Dorian knows what he's doing. Dorian has an F150 boosted, and he was running, you know what? I don't know offhand. I have to look at that screenshot that I have. Matter of fact, I can show you that in a second. I got to talking and I started driving, and I actually forgot which store I was going to. I was going to go down to Rite Aid, and I ended up driving all the way to Target because I was jibber-jabbering. But, like I've always said, you know, it's one of my flaws. You got to embrace your flaws, people. You know, you can't be upset about the things you do wrong in life. Just got to embrace them. Try to work on them. And it is what it is. If other people are going to hate you for that tough shit, just be who you are. People will like you for who you are. People will hate you for who you are. Just be you. I repeat myself. I talk. Certain thing. All right. I think I lost you, but I'm back. I'm writing real fast. I have to pick up a couple items. Okay. So I don't know how bad the reception is. I know it's. I'm back. All right. Thanks, Frank. Sorry I cut out. It happens. I hate when I'm driving and I'm talking. Let me see real fast. Mono Trackhawks are the key on to world peace. That's pretty funny. Dorian was running mid-10s. Yeah, he was. That F-150 is a monster. And you know what's funny? Like, if you're not listening carefully and you pull up on that guy, he still has his stock exhaust. He may get you. He may sneak you one because you're not prepared for what that thing can do. And he knows how to race. That guy is on his game. Let's see. So he was on a tire, Chad. So that guy that ran 10-1 was on a tire. A tenth of a second with a tire. I believe Wilson's Trackhawk will run 9s with a tire and some practice, and just a perfect setup. A 10-2 on Pirelli's, man, tire-wise, he's going to lose a couple of tenths right there. I really see him doing a 9 with it, a high 9 pass with it. Let me see. Scrolling through some of the pictures here, or some of the comments. Okay. Mopar shootout at ATCO on March 24th. Really? Okay. I'll head down to that. If I see it's difficult for me to go. I don't break family time. The reason why we're doing the meets every other Saturday is because the Saturday in between is family first, car crap in second, you know, etc. It's like family work and cars. You know, gotta set your priorities. I will try to get there. I'll check the calendar in a second, and we'll see. Dorian's best time was at 10:08. Wow, that was his best time too. Really, 10:08. That's awesome. So both of you guys brought the best of each other out, and the track was just getting right. You know, the temperature, the prep was sticky. The tires I have, I think a 11.4 was his best I'm going to get out of them. I may be able to squeeze out a 11.3. I keep saying 10. There's no way I'm running 10s right now. I may be able to eke out at 11.3 at the right conditions, you know, first pass or whatever, when the track is nice and sticky. I'm thinking maybe we need to, as a Jeep group or a bunch of us, rent that track and tell them, don't put any water down, you know, in the water box. Just let us have it dry, because clearing off the tires before we launch is really key. And the water's not helping us. I mean, most of us try to drive around it, but one or two of the tires are still getting caught. You're trying to clean the tires off. We don't need the water in the box. It might be an option for us to just see if we can get enough people to close the track and say, don't spray it. Let us launch dry. I'd have to call them and find out how much that would cost for a group, how much per person, see how many people are interested, et cetera, and then go from there. I don't know anything about that right now. Dorian's mile per hour was 128. Yeah, yours was you almost hit that 135. That's why I asked you. I was like, do you want to go back and run one more time? I think you may have gotten another pass, but who knows? I mean, damn, dude, 10-2. It's insane. That was a lot of fun. And that bar and grill we found afterwards, I got to keep that on my radar. They had good food. They had really, really good food. It's right there on 73. Really good food. I like that place. I think I'll have to start stopping there on the way home every time. But that's pretty much all I have right now. Like I said, I got to run into the store. I probably can leave you guys, you know, take you in there with me. What the hell? Probably lose reception. Oh, also, I'm doing a review on this sport band that was sent to me, so check that out. I'll be able to give you my thoughts and all on this. Right now it's charging, and the people who sent it to me, I appreciate it. I will do a full review on it this week. I'll wear it to work and I'll see how well it does, etc., etc. Yeah, you know what, guys? Let me get out of here. Let me run into the store, get what I have to get. I'm only like 2 minutes away from home. I'll get home and I'll start working on some footage. I'll get Wilson's run up there. I'll get all of our passes. I'll get like a whole conglomerate of everything I have, and I'll piece it together. So I will have a bunch of footage up there tonight. And also in a little while, what time is it? It's 5:40. I'm guessing around 8, 9 o'clock I'll go live again. Elena's cooking, so she wants to talk about the track day from her perspective, from watching everybody. So I told her we'll just go live. She's going to be cooking some lasagna soup, which is banging, and some lemon chicken, and I'll just flip it up on the laptop. We should have a good connection using the Wi-Fi rather than this patchy 360 that keeps fading in and out. So check back around 9 o'clock. All right, you guys and girls be safe. That's pretty much all I have. I'm out. Usually takes a couple of seconds before the camera catches it. Frank, I'll talk to you later on. Like I said, I'll be back here around 9. And I'll have some videos up before that, and we can talk about those. Like I said, I have all the time slips here that I talked about at the beginning. You know, it's not bad. That's my 1.654 was my best 60 foot, I think. And the Porsche that I raced, I had an 11.5. The guy went 18 seconds, but his 60 foot, something happened to his car. I don't know if anybody caught the footage, but his 60 foot was 7.5. Something happened to him out of the hole. I don't know what happened to his car. I know he finished the race and he did go racing afterwards. I hope nothing happened to that guy's car, you know, physically. But I was hoping to have a good race. I had the camera on it, and when he launched, he just didn't come up. Yeah, for stock, it's great. On 22-inch wheels, I'll take an 11.4 all day long. I mean, the 22s look a lot better than the damn Pirellis I had on there with the stock rims. But I will be looking into a tire, so when I do get tuned by HHP, I definitely will have a drag setup for it. Yeah, the tire and the setup I have now isn't going to get me where I need to be. And after watching you go down the track, I definitely need a tire before I do that route, because you know, try to get the best setup possible for when we go back. All right, guys, now I'm really going to close it now, because what happens is when I hit the X, it deletes 5 seconds or 10 seconds before. So when you go back into the replay, you never see me saying, all right, I'm out of here. It just cuts off, and it's like, I don't know why it does it. So I'm warning everyone now that I'm leaving. So the replay guys are going to go, oh, what happened? All right, that's it.